Can something perfect change? Or would change mean it was not perfect to begin with? When we talk about change, we usually think of improvement, learning, growing, becoming something better. But we also think of decline, losing, breaking, becoming less than before. So when we ask whether God can change, we are really asking, does perfection move or remain? In many Christian traditions, God is understood as unchanging, not because God is static, but because God is complete. There is nothing missing, nothing to improve, nothing to lose. Change would imply movement from one state to another, but if nothing is lacking, what would there be to change into? Here, unchanging does not mean lifeless. It means fully realized. In Islamic thought, a similar idea appears. God is not subject to change like creation. Time passes for the world, but not in the same way for God. Change belongs to what is limited, what develops, what depends. But God is not dependent, not becoming but being. Yet, this does not mean absence of relation. God responds, acts, wills without being altered. But not every perspective understands change this way. In Buddhist thought, change is central. Everything that exists is in flux. Nothing remains fixed. Nothing holds a permanent identity. So rather than asking whether a perfect being can change, the question becomes, can anything exist without change at all? In this view, permanence itself is questioned. And there is another way to approach this. Think about your own life. You change constantly. Your opinions, your habits, your identity. Sometimes change makes you better. Sometimes it makes things more complicated. But imagine this. If you were already complete, already exactly what you needed to be, would you still need to change? Or would change no longer make sense? From a naturalistic perspective, change is simply part of reality. Everything evolves, adapts, shifts over time. Nothing stands still. In this view, something that never changes might seem impossible, or even meaningless. And this is where the question deepens. Do we associate change with growth because we are incomplete? Do we associate stability with perfection because we long for something that does not fade? Is ultimate reality something that becomes, or something that already is? Different traditions, different answers. An unchanging God, a reality beyond time, a world defined by change, or a process with no fixed center. My name is Elia, and you are still walking through the Theology Museum. Tonight, we remain in the Hall of God, but we are no longer asking what changes, only what change means. And before you move on, consider this: if something never changed, would that make it perfect, or impossible to relate to?